I've been thinking about it, and this is the way I see things. All right, I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with me, and that's just fine. You know, when you're good in this world, where does it get you? I'm asking you, where does it get you? It's like Billy Joe wrote a great song called "Only the Good Die Young." I want you to think about this. Do you know how many people in my life I've been good to? And at the end of the day, hold on a second here. At the end of the day, what do I get in return? They treat me like garbage. They treat me like shit. I can give you so many stories. I had a friend of mine one time. He was starving, right? I sent him $3,000. I sent him money, for him to come to my wedding because he was living in Florida, and the guy could not travel. Like that's it. He had nothing. He had no money for a tuxedo. He had no money for a gift. He had no money for travel expense. I sent the guy like money, okay, like to more than cover, everything he needs. He never came to my wedding, and he stiffed me for the money. And I can give you so many stories. Forget about it. Family even, you know, like I'll give you an example. It's like I have this one cousin that I love him like a brother. I really do. When we were kids, like in other words, I got like maybe 8, 9 years on him. I'm older. I treated this kid like my best friend, and long story short, he got married. I wasn't invited to the wedding. And it's like, it just, some people, unfortunately, now you might say, why weren't you invited to the wedding? It's a kind of a long story. Um, there's a family member that was, when I was younger, he was like my best friend. He was everything to me. He was like my brother. And we would go out every day. We would go, out to eat. We go to, have fun. He was literally like my brother. Okay, this particular family member. But what happened was he was simply using me because he just broke up with his girlfriend. Okay. And what happened was my mother is like the family psychiatrist, my mom. So when everybody has problems, they go to my mom. So when I figured out, it took me years to figure this out. He was using me, okay, because he wanted my mother to be his psychiatrist. So he really had no interest in hanging out with me. He had no interest in me at all. And once, like, he wound up meeting his next girl and he got married, he completely, like, cut me off. I mean, he pulled some horrible shit. I remember I was a young kid. I was like 17 years old. I spent $500. I wrote a beautiful love song for him and his wife. And, it was supposed to be that at the wedding I was going to sing the love song. And I don't know, for whatever the reason, the wife didn't want me to do it. So he just told me basically to go F myself. And I was heartbroken, man, because this guy, I considered him to be like my brother, like my best friend. And that's it. He kicked me like a can, man. He just kicked me. And it's like I'm just getting to a point where I realize it's not just like family, it's not just friends. It just seems like whenever you're good to people, everybody shits on you. Everybody treats you like shit. So I'm just at a point where, and this applies to everybody. This applies to friends. This applies to family. This applies to AMC YouTubers. I don't want to be a nice guy anymore. I just don't. And I know a lot of you are probably going to get upset at me, but I just don't want to be good no more. That's it. I feel like nobody gives a shit about you in this world. I feel like everybody wants to see you fail. I feel like misery loves company. I just feel like everybody wants to see, look at what happened with Meatloaf as an example. Okay, here's one of the greatest singer-songwriter musicians that ever lived. The guy passes away. You'd think they would have, like, a celebration of his life, right? You'd think that they would say, this guy was the greatest singer-songwriter, musician, let's like give him like credit and celebrate his life. Instead, they were like, oh, you didn't get the COVID shot? Well, you deserve to die. And I'm starting to realize, unfortunately, this is the world that we live in, We live in a very, very horrible world. And it's a very doggy dog world. It's a very cutthroat world. Everybody's out for themselves. Nobody's out for you. And I just feel like the only thing that truly matters to me is my wife, my two children, my dogs, and my mother. And honestly, I mean, and okay, I have about a handful I would consider of very, very close friends. So, with the exception of everybody I just said, I'm starting to get to a point where I just don't have the empathy. I don't have the sympathy for anyone, especially people like Lou, who like insult my wife with stage 4 breast cancer, says he wants to break her jaw, says he wants to, he makes fun of her that because she had chemotherapy treatment, she had to wear a wig. I mean, what kind of a person speaks like that? So the bottom line is this. I'm at a point where I'm going to keep doing my AMC videos. I'm going to keep doing my food videos because I love to eat. I'm going to do my music videos. But just don't be surprised if I decide to, you know, call out, okay, and expose the bullshit. That's it. So, I mean, there's a lot of people that don't like that I do this, but I'm not going to stop. I will continue. This is not about cloud chasing because I'll tell you right now, if you look at the title and you don't like it, don't watch the video. So, how is it cloud chasing? Right? Okay. Don't watch it. Okay. But I am going to never stop tormenting Lou for what he said about my wife. And not just Lou, by the way. Finance News, New York Angelo, sometimes even B. Hayes, man. Sometimes, yeah, look, I know you all love B. Hayes, but, and I'm not saying he's as bad as Financial News and New York Angelo, but once in a while, B. Hayes throws out some major clickbait and, also talks about AMC like it's a stock. And I just, we got support at 15. Yeah, we got support. Support at 50. Yeah, support at 50, my ass. We should have 15,000. Okay, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm an entertainer, but no more Mr. Nice Guy. That's it. No more Mr. Nice Guy.